Here is a bonus lecture for you. In this lecture, I'll show you the technique of having the results displayed just below the button in the same page. Because currently what happens is that when we press the calculate button, the app takes us to another URL, to another page, this one in here. What we want instead, we want to stay in the same URL and see the results just below the button, somewhere here. Let me show you how to do that. We are talking about the bill form page. That's the page we want to change. So when the button is pressed, what happens is that the app takes us to the results page. You can see here the form. So when the form is submitted through this button, that's the page where the user is taken to. Well, we want to change that first to bill form page. So this one in here. So from that to that. Therefore, I can comment this out with Control/ or Command/. So we don't need to do this anymore. We don't need that rule because nobody is going to visit the results page anymore since we changed that in here. Okay, so when the user goes to this page, then this will happen. So the add URL rule function will delegate the job to the bill form page. But now there are two ways of going to the bill form page. So the first way is when you just load the page without pressing the button, and that is a GET request. But now if we press the button, that means we are sending this data to the server. That is a POST request. However, the bill form page class currently only handles GET requests. So when the button is pressed and the user is taken to this page, this class will not be able to handle that request. But we can fix that by adding here a POST method. That POST method now should have the same code as the POST method of the results page. So the results page was handling that POST request before. Now it's time for bill form page to handle it. So I just copied that code from the results page and paste all that code under POST in the bill form page. So make sure that the code is indented under POST. And we need to do a small change here. We are not returning the results HTML page anymore. We are returning the bill form page. So it's the same page, but with some injections, such as name1. So we need to add below the button, let me make a break line, we need to add these variables, which will be shown dynamically after the button is pressed. We can take these variables from the results page directly. I'm just copying them and pasting them in here. Fix the indentation. And yeah. So name1 will go in here, which means that this value will be placed in here. So the name pays amount1, which should be this one in here. Name2 as well, amount2, which will go in here. So now we can give the code a try. I'm going to the home page, localhost 5000, go to the build page, and I can press the button calculate. We have an error, not found. The requested URL was not found on the server. If you entered the URL manually, please check your spelling and try again. So this URL was not found. What can we do in this case? The first thing we can check to troubleshoot this error is the URL rules, because that's the code that handles the URLs. So let's go down here and app adds URL rules. So this is a URL that is supposed to serve the build form page, but here the request is made to build form page. So it seems like I made a mistake here. So I instructed the form to go to the build form page, but here this is just build form. So I can either fix that or that. I can fix that. Okay, let's try again. Calculate. Build form is undefined. You can read the full error in here, or you can go to your terminal. And this is the error in our code, build form page. Click there and it will take you to the error. So build form is not defined. It seems like when we rendered the template in the build form page in the post method, we did not mention any build form variable. We did mention name1, amount1, name2, amount2, which are down here, but all these build form variables, they are not being sent by the render template function. Yes, we are sending the build form variable with the get request, but not with the post request, because when the post request happens, the form also needs to be rendered again. So we can easily fix this by doing build form equal to build form and the comma. So that one in there. Let's try again. Calculate. And we got the results this time. Now the problem is, as you can see, we get this pays text here, which is not looking very good. We can fix that by implementing a conditional here in the HTML code. It goes like this. We use the curly bracket and the percentage symbol, but make sure there is no space between the two. So it should be like this. And then write if result space percentage and closing curly bracket. And then after this block, again, curly bracket, percentage without space, space, and if without space, percentage, and close the curly bracket. So it's a tricky syntax, and it's part of Jinja. Jinja is a templating factory, a templating library, which makes it possible for Python to send code to the HTML, to the template. So Jinja is a Python library, and it's able to handle this code and perform actions in the browser. So whenever you want to add some if conditional in an HTML template, just do this. So if result, this will happen. But what is result? A result could be a variable. So it's a variable. Let's set it to true. Don't forget the comma. So I just added one argument in the render template of the post method in the build form page. So this is the equivalent of doing this. Let's say we had a variable equal to true. Now if you say result print hi, and hi will be printed out because this is evaluated to true. Since result is true, that means a result exists. So this is like saying if result exists. And if result exists, this will be executed. And we do this trick so that in the case of a get request, the result variable does not exist. We are not sending any result variable in here. But in the case of post request, we are having a result variable equal to true. So result is true, therefore this will be executed. Let's now try the code. So now we don't have anything under the calculate button. If we press the button, we get the results displayed in here, as we expected. So that's how you do that. And yeah, thanks for following. I'll talk to you in the next videos. See you!